pictures.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, so that's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
You think so?
I think.
Welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions on the podcast. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how we doing?
How we doing?
Good, man. Good, man. We talking about his villain origin story. And by that, I mean, Coy, do you think that there's a heartbreak in a man's life where his villain / origin story, douchebag, asshole, fuckboy mentality begins because of a heartbreak?
For sure.
You think that's what it is?
No, because I think some people are like that, born like that,
Okay.
anyways.
All
And
right.
then some guys, when they get screwed over,
Yep.
they're tired of it, or they got upset at it. You know.
Let's call Jack and find out. Let's see.
Hello?
Jack, my boy.
Yeah.
How we living?
Hey, how we doing?
Good. I'm here with Coy. Coy, say what's up, Jack.
Jack, what's up, man?
What's going on, Coy? How we doing?
All right.
All right, man. Question of the day. I want to ask you this. Do you think a guy's douchebag, fuckboy, asshole stage of his life begins and happens after a heartbreak?
I want to say yes.
Ooh. Why? I need you to speak to it and why.
Well, I want to say I've been part of it. I had a so-called friend, and we went to Vegas, hung out, all these things, you know, what boys do. And then I got me a girl. Still talked, whatever. We still hung out, still hung out with my girl, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he starts telling her, hey, he's cheating on you. Hey, he's doing these things, you know, behind my back. And later on, she confronts me. She's like, yeah, someone's telling me you've been doing this, doing that, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I only know 2 people. And I know the other cat was it. So it had to be this one. And sure enough, months later, you know, she broke it off, whatever. And then I find out months later that he took her to Vegas and all this shit. And I even told him, well, hey, man, if you're going to be doing some shit, you better fucking tell me. If not, then we're going to have fucking problems. And I told this in front of his cousin and everything. So, yeah, man. And then a year later, then they have a kid together.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
So he knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah. He was being a backstabbing piece of shit.
Dang.
And that's not even a random guy.
No, it's not random. That's...
Nah, man.
Damn.
That's a person I thought I could call a friend, a person I thought I'd visit when he was in the hospital, checking up on how he's doing and making sure he's good, taking care of his kid.
Damn.
And then he goes and does that to me.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how the villain becomes.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Well, who's the villain?
Yeah, who's the villain? You became the villain?
Or
Yeah.
he was already the villain?
Yeah, he was already. It sounded like he had already, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you hurt him by getting that girl.
Time, yeah, I don't know, man. But here's the thing. He didn't know who she was until me. They met through me. They didn't met like through other friends and stuff like that.
he only knew him through me.
Okay, let me
That's
ask
the
you
only
this.
way they met him.
Let me ask you this: Did that turn you into a villain?
Yes, sir. To the Joker.
So would you say you weren't like that before?
I'm sorry?
Would you say you weren't like that before? Villainish?
No. No,
Okay,
I wasn't.
So
I wasn't. I was Tupac praising women before I said fuck bitches. Afterwards, it was
Jesus.
Tupac.
All right.
Who's that more
So,
dirty
yeah,
on, though, her or him?
I say him because I confronted him and told him, hey, man, if you're going to step on my toes,
Be a man and tell me now. If you ain't,
that's cool. But you got to at least tell me, hey, I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah.
And I would have been okay with it.
Yeah,
But because I went up to him,
faced him like a man, told him what's up, and he still did it behind my back. He still went to Vegas with her that same fucking weekend. I told him, Will, what's up?
Yeah.
And that's when,
man, that
just became the villain.
But, it's hard to cancel a hotel room.
Oh,
I'm playing. I'm kidding.
Get this guy out of here.
No, but that's very understandable.
Hell yeah, Dad.
yeah, man. And like I said, if you would have told me
Right then and there when I confronted him, I would have been like, you know what, that's cool. At least you're telling me like the man you are. Like it's supposed to be, like the friend that I thought you were to be.
Damn.
Like he was like, nah, ain't nothing going on, this and this and that. And then I find out later on,
y'all taking pictures and on social media,
that y'all in Vegas together.
Oh.
yeah.
Is that the worst way to find out too? Damn. That's when it gets dark in the room and there's one light over him and he's looking down and that's that villain. That's that scene in the movie where he was crying and then he starts laughing.
Yep.
And it's quiet.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They didn't even do the green bubble in the story to send it to
Oh,
you.
Oh my gosh.
No, none of that, man. But I want to say also too that there are men out there that
They haven't gone through this situation like I have, or they don't know how to treat a woman, and then they are douchebags or don't know how to respect women, things like that, until finally they do meet someone.
Yeah.
And then that woman, breaks his heart, and now he becomes a villain. But that's his fault
for not being the gentleman that he should be from the get-go. All men, I believe, should be gentlemen from the get-go because later on, it's going to be harder on them. Their self-confidence is going to go down when they talk to other women. So men should always respect women from the get-go, regardless of what the situation is.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have a more logical approach to relationships and things like that, while women, I believe they think emotionally and, they don't think thoroughly and get them out of hand. Well, I believe, we should know better than them. But, there are some people out there who do become villains, but that's the old damn fault.
Facts. All right, Jack, man, we appreciate you as always, my boy. We're going to let you go, but I'm going to tap in with you later.
Sounds good, man. Thank you for the call.
All right, later.
All right, take it easy, Corey.
Yep.
Right.
Damn.
You think it's easier to go villain to hero or hero to villain?
Hero to villain.
Hero to villain,
Hero
it's
to
easier?
villain. Hell yeah.
So if you were good and it's something jaded you become the villain.
Hell yeah.
I agree. Because if you're bad, and then what does it take for a villain to become a hero? Something good in his life? Maybe something worth fighting for?
Man, there's going to be a woman that pulls him out of the villain.
That's what I mean. And then that means your life is going good and you're more bound to be a quote unquote hero than a villain as you get older the rest of your life.
Yeah, I hope so. All right, let me get B on the phone real quick.
Did you see Two-Face?
Man, you gonna have to flip
That was
a coin.
the mayor.
You gonna have to flip a coin.
That was the mayor.
You gonna have to flip a coin on that one.
Yo.
What's good?
You hear me?
It's kind of muffled. You mind going like straight off? Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right, man. Here with Koi. Say what's up to B.
What up, buddy?
What up?
All right, man. Question of the day, and let me ask you this: do you think a man's fuckboy, asshole, douchebag story of his life origin starts with a heartbreak?
good question.
I know. I try to have them from time to time. I try.
I do not think so.
Oh,
I think it.
really?
I think it comes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it comes. You're a product of your environment. I think it comes with your family, where you're coming from.
Okay. Okay.
You're growing up. How your parents or how your dad was.
Okay.
Especially your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a huge part. Like, did your dad cheat on your mom? Then you tend to become a fuckboy.
Okay.
Because you're learning from your dad and what he does because he thinks that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think majority of the root of it is derived from it. But are there breakups that allow you to get to that? Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it magnifies it.
Uh-huh.
I think it magnifies the person he is, because if you're always a fuckboy, you're always a fuckboy.
Right.
I don't think that you just become one from a breakup. I think it just comes from from you growing up, from your roots.
Mm.
I think, like what they say that when you become rich, you just become if you're a rich asshole, if you're an asshole, you're a rich asshole. You know what I mean? So I think that comes from who you are as a person. I don't think people just become fuckboys. I think they are who they are from.
Okay.
What about like maybe not a heartbreak, but let's say you jump in the dating scene as you get older, as a young man,
right.
And then you know that slogan, "Nice guys finish last." You're always a nice guy, but it never works out. You always see the douchebag get the girl. We always talk about on this show. So when do you have enough? And like, you know what? Maybe I need to change up how I approach things. Is that
I've thought about that, because I'm one of those nice guys that finish last, right? So
no, I don't think you're a nice guy. I think you're a good guy. I don't think you're nice.
There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
Okay.
Big difference.
Okay. So I mean, yeah. Sorry, what's the question again?
Yeah, is that like maybe not a heartbreak that makes the origin story of a villain, but he just decides to look in the mirror one day and say, you know what, I'm tired of being this guy that I am because it's not getting me anywhere with girls that I like.
Right, but then I don't think then that's who you really are.
Okay.
I think you're changing. Yeah, I think you're changing someone that you're not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think then it's just going to be, more issues for you down the road.
You're attracting something you might not want, right?
Exactly. And then you're going to be like, damn, this ain't me. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to come to a realization of like, what am I doing here? Like, this is not me. This is not who I am. This is not what my parents taught me to be. Yeah. So that's why I say that it comes down with your roots, where, what your parents taught you to be, because I am who I am because of my parents and my dad, my mom, what they taught me to be kind, respectful, and all that stuff. But if you're in an environment that doesn't allow that, that means you disrespect women. So that's why you might tend to go, sleep around with, multiple women, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think even there's good looking guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are like really good looking dudes that are also really nice guys too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuckboy type guys that are really genuine and nice people. So that's because they are who they are from their, from growing up. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think a relationship, a breakup would ever, it might magnify it, but I don't think it magnifies you to be a freaking fuckboy. But I see what you're saying, Coy. When you say that, do you just look in your mirror? I was like, man, I'm just getting burnt out about all, being nice and nice and nice. And all of a sudden you're like, man, fuck, I might as well just be an asshole because that seems to work out. But do you really want to be though? Like, no, not me. Yeah. No, you don't. I think it just doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because just be who you are, always will be, because the right person will come your way.
That'll match it. Right. That'll match it.
Yep.
And that match the energy. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, man. I appreciate it, man. I'll holler at you a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bro.
Later.
You are who you are in this world.
Yeah. What is the quote? I am who I am not, I will never be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is true, but I mean, that heartbreak, heartbreak will change you for a little bit, bro. I can attest to it, bro. You get a little, I mean, I will tell you this. What do they say about women? A woman will either make you the man you're supposed to be or half the man you already are.
Wow. It won't keep you in the same spot?
No, They're either going to make you the man you're supposed to be or make you half the man you already are. And that is 1,000,000% true. I mean, I think I think there's no bigger learning lessons when you leave when you get out of something that you failed.
There's no bigger what?
Lesson that you've learned. You get fired from a job, you get let go, a friendship.
They're all valuable.
All valuable lessons learned. Company, you fail out of business.
You're taking a positive out of a negative?
I mean, I think depends on how your adversity. I think that's what it depends on.
How you handle.
Yeah, how do you handle, what do they say? A calm sea never made a skilled sailor.
Yep.
It's just, it's just one of those things where it's like, how are,
what's the soldier of the garden?
Oh,
warrior.
Yeah, you rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. I mean, it's 100% true. It's 100% true.
What about from the girl's point of view, villain and...
Oh, don't worry. All right. Yeah, come on. Right. Coy, why would
what
I
segue? What a segue.
See, Coy, you know what? They always say, we it's like a Kobe and Shaq, rest in peace. It's like a D Wade and LeBron. It's, what other two can I use? KG and Ray Allen? Could that go?
Sure. Go ahead and skip past Jordan Pippen and go to KG Allen. But go ahead.
I was getting to that next. But I don't know. I think I wanted to do the guys first so that way I can get sides of a guy. And one guy, you could tell he went into his own villain origin story. Where another guy said, I was raised differently and he has learned peace over everything instead of becoming something he never wants to be. I mean, that's...
Can a villain, can a hero... good guy become a villain only to come back to a good guy?
I don't know, bro.
It's like an arc.
Yeah.
It's an arc, no? You see it in shows like somebody's a bad guy, becomes a good guy. Becomes full character arc.
Yeah, but maybe can he go good to bad to back to good? I mean, you know what? I tell you this. That does happen. But it takes a certain somebody to pull that guy that's hidden deep inside of you back out of you.
Yeah.
Because that guy's like, hey, look, I've already been, I've been hurt before. I mean, and let me explain something, and we'll get to this in another topic, but boy, I love pain music. Boy, I love that R&B, that broken heart R&B. Ain't nothing better than some broken heart R&B, boy. Ain't nothing better. Let me explain something to you. Usher 8701. Confessions.
Come on.
That's a scorcher. That's Usher. Tory Lanez.
Well, Marvin's room.
Oh my. Cups of the Rose. Women in my old phone. I should call one and go home.
Drunk right now?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, let's start. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Let me get Jess.
Hey, we didn't have one of our superhero comic friends here. They're gonna tell us a good guy that went good, bad, good. There's probably plenty of them.
You would hope. I don't know.
But girls like the bad boy. That's a good guy. Like Wolverine.
What do they say? Why he get all the baddies? And he has a sign that says felonies. Jess, what up?
Hi.
I hate that she was just listening to us talk and didn't want to say anything.
You called and she picked up.
I know, facts. 100%. I'm here with Coy, Jess.
What up, Jess?
Hi.
All right, question of the day. Mind you, Jess, we've just had 2 men answer this question. And it was kind of, let me explain something to you. I think we brought up some old feelings back. So it was kind of rough. But let me ask you this.
You triggered him or what?
Oh, man, I think he was having flashbacks in the middle of the episode. But
oh Lord, okay.
It was a lot. But what I'm gonna ask you is, do you think a guy's villain or origin of a fuckboy, asshole, douchebag, his part of his life starts when he gets a heartbreak from a woman?
I think yes and no.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because I think some men, yes, I think they completely change once they're in their feelings and somebody has done them dirty.
Mm-hmm.
for sure, because it's human nature, obviously. But I also think there's some people who have never had their heart broken, and that's also why they're an idiot, because they don't know how it feels to deal with somebody treating them like crap. So they are okay still doing it.
Okay, I like that. I didn't think about that. I like that a lot. I don't know. It's just, I think every guy well, I don't want to say every guy. I want to say some guys have that moment in their life where you turn into a guy. It's like, man, like once you've had one, you've had them all. Like I think a guy that's been heartbroken and kind of builds himself back up is a little bit more picky.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of guys who have had their heart broken and then they're stupid and still continue to date the same type of female, and it's like, hello, did you not learn the last three?
But that's because they're serial relationship daters type of thing, where serial
daters.
Yeah, serial daters. They hop in from one relationship to another. Yeah,
but why do they keep hopping into the same one?
Because that's all they know, so they don't have time to get to that. They don't get
Take some time.
They don't get that. They don't get that scene. Like I said, they don't get that scene in the movie where it's dark and he's in his room and he's sitting on his bed crying, and the one light is above him, and then all of a sudden that crying just starts turning into laughter.
Yeah.
He don't wait.
I knew you did podcast, but I didn't know you were a movie producer too. I'm just saying.
Christopher Nolan over here, Michael Bay.
Hey, no explosions in that. No, I'm just saying.
I don't think every man reacts that way. To be honest with you, I really don't. I know. I feel like I have enough male friends to know that sometimes y'all are sad. Like, that sucks. Like, she's not around anymore, and blah blah. And granted, when you're in private alone, who knows? Maybe you cry about it. Maybe you don't. But in the most part, like, I feel like a lot of guys continue to go about their day like nothing's wrong, where I feel like a lot of girls really go into like, I'm crying, I'm calling my girlfriends, like I don't know what to do, like weight loss, like I don't want to go out, like stalking freaking social media, trying to see what he's doing. Like, do women really do that? I just feel like, yeah,
I know that. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
And if they don't,
and now everyone's got these fake Instas too. They're like, I just learned about the fake Insta. Apparently, everyone's supposed to have one, and I'm like, okay. And then on top of that, somebody I'm friends with also showed me how to. Oh, she was like, I said, no, I don't look at anyone. This is my thing. If I don't fuck with you, I don't look at your page. I don't want to look at your snaps. I don't want to look at your stories, because I don't want you to have the satisfaction of going on your views and knowing that I looked at your shit. Nope, fuck you. So she's like, oh, well, no, there's a way. If you go to Google and then you sign out of your account, but then like you go on there and you Google Instagram, and then you can look up the person's thing, and then it doesn't show up as an actual. I was like, girl, nobody's got time for that. Like, what?
If I'm not investigating,
like,
I don't have time for this.
I don't care that much. But I do think men handle things differently. I've seen guys that are heartbroken. I've seen guys that are just like, whatever. But I think it's also sometimes just ignorance, because I remember guys in high school and right after high school who, again, like you said, serial daters, but they were dicks to everybody that they were with.
Yeah.
And I just feel like nothing's ever happened to them, so they don't know what it's like.
They just move on to the next one.
Yeah, they're just moving on to the next one, and in their eyes, they don't see what the big deal is. Like, oh yeah, I was dating so-so, broke up with her, started dating her homegirl. What's the big deal? Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn.
And it's not until he really likes somebody and has a female do it to them, then they're like, okay. So then I think at that point, then maybe they become nicer and think about their actions a little bit more prior, or they become worse.
Damn. Facts.
There's no in between. There's never an in between.
You don't just stay the course. If you're getting the same results, you don't stay the course.
But you know what? There's red flags. There's super easy red flags that I feel like when you meet a guy, when I meet somebody It doesn't matter if it's somebody it could be Chris's friend. It could be somebody that my girlfriend just started dating. Within 5-10 minutes, I can tell you if he's a douchebag or not.
Damn.
Period. Because I'm sitting here watching his mannerisms. I'm seeing what he's looking at when who walks by. What is he paying attention to? Is he opening doors for you? Did he ask you if you wanted a drink? Is he on his phone? Is he putting his phone face down? Is he looking at your phone? Is he being nice to you? Is he calling you honey or babe while he's talking to you in front of your friends? How is he interacting with your girlfriends? How is he interacting with your guy friends? There's a million things you can look at. It's just that most people don't want to freaking pay attention.
Can I get a hug? Don't ask that.
Don't worry, Coy. I already got you nailed down. We're good.
Can you do a 360?
Oh, my God. Coy, stop it right now. I don't know. I agree with you in most aspects of this, but I do think that some of these nice and good guys, they get their heart broken, they get in the gym, they turn into a different type of same animal, different beast.
But is it more of a get back to the ex or the girl that
could
did
be
it,
like
or
a
is it more like
revenge
for
body
your
type of thing?
thing?
Yeah, I mean, hey, let me explain something to you. What do they say?
I don't know, because what you're saying for men is different. Like, yes, I'm sure there are people who do that specifically to like, oh, you broke up with me, now look at me now. Like, I'm going to go date this person, I look better. I get that, but at the same time, you have to think about, for men, a lot of working out, it's an ego boost for them regardless. If it's from a female noticing it or male noticing it, like if you're a guy and you go to the store and it could be like a 50-year-old, 67-year-old, whatever, old lady that sees you and she's like, oh my God, you're very buff or something, like that's going to be an ego boost for you. You're not looking at it like, oh, she's hot. Like,
what are you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Depends.
It makes you feel better.
Depends.
Yes. Yeah.
Depends on where I am at in my life. It depends.
And then also working out increases endorphins, which make you happy. Yeah. So
feels good.
If they're going and they like that feeling, they're feeling good, then they want to continue it. It just so happens that a side effect of that is now they can be like, yeah, you missed out on all this.
Yeah. Not the primary. Just happens.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Jess. We appreciate you as always. I'll hit you later. We'll talk about something.
Okay.
All right, take it
later,
easy.
Jess.
Bye.
Later.
See, she was saying that could be just a glutton for punishment thing for guys. And and this goes back to what B was saying too, product of growing up. Because if you were like that in the beginning, you're always gonna be like that until something changes.
Yep, facts. But once again, like I said, it's one of those things that could happen. Coy.
Superhero power, you could change the red flags into green flags. I don't see any red flags.
I don't see anything. No, I just think hella dangerous, bro. Like you can have your, you could, oh man, he was great. What happened? Well, he got in shape and he realized that, damn, a lot of women now like me like this.
Yeah. We've had guy friends do that too.
Go on a run.
They've got done dirty and then they maybe not become the villain, but better themselves.
Yeah. I like that way of putting it. Yeah, absolutely.
Better themselves.
Yeah. Put themselves first all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
No one else will.
No one loves me more than me. Okay. I don't know. I like it. All right, man, let's get out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening, whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora. You downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website. Shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, we are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour? Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah.
my first date with her.
I look at.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole
Really?
nother
You think so?
I think